Greetings and salutations, everybody. Sorry about the long time no talk, but let's just say my Mays are a little rough on the psyche, apparently, especially when I've been laid off and stuff. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. I'm talking to you because I want to, and you know. Sorry, it's been a month and I apologize, kiddos. For everybody who's joining me today, thank you so much for joining me. My name is JD, but you can call me Jeannie, and welcome to Twisted Strands. That took me so long to get to, but you know what? We keep it all natural here. We're not gonna, well, except for the makeup. So let's have fun and talk about fibery goodness. Okay, so let's put all the thoughts of what happened to me in May. Shit happened. I got depressed. I lost sleep. Blah de blah. Things are getting back together, or at least I'm going to make them a little better. And that's all there is to it. I will tell you that I did get knitting in, and I started some new projects. I have gotten really deep into the cross-stitching rabbit hole. That's all there is to it. I'm just gonna say it's a freaking rabbit hole, because that's what that is. So, I'm gonna shift in my seat and make you dizzy. Whew. Anyway, welcome back. Glad you could give me some of your time and let me chew on your ear a little bit. I hope you're not melting like I am. The weather is cooled off today in New Jersey. Yesterday was gorgeous. Today is disgusting and rainy. I hate rain. I would rather it freaking snowed. That's all. I feel like I'm melting. And I'm sure, yeah, this is melting. So, I just put it on too. Anyway, let me give you a tour of what I did finish, and then I'm very happy with this pattern. This is, I'm looking at my notes, don't mind me. This is the Lacy Diamonds dishcloth by Nettie DiLorenzo, and it is in Barocco Comfort, and it's beautiful. I have some terrible mistakes in it, but you know what, that shit happens. And I'm not saying that this is beautiful because I stitched it. I'm saying it's beautiful because the pattern is beautiful and the color is beautiful, and I made it plenty big. So I'm really happy with how it came out. I had to add I cut into a different project and ripped out some to get yarn for this, and then Gretel was nice enough to get me some extra blue yarn so I could finish this. So that is Lacy Diamonds. I highly recommend it. I cast on 55 stitches instead of the recommended stitches so I could get a larger square and make it into a blanket square, which is my swatch. Yes, swatch-tastic swatch. Now my other finished project is, you'll remember it from a while back. Yes, this is the prayer shawl, and I loved working on it. I made a few mistakes, but that's probably because I took it to church to knit on. So here it is. It's rather heavy and big, and there's no fringe on it because I do not like how fringe looks when you wash it, no matter what quality of yarn you're using. This is with wool ease, thick and quick, and it is big and heavy, and I hope it brings someone comfort someday. That is a prayer shawl. Now that I've shown it to you and taken a picture of it, it's going to my church this week. And yeah, that is my 2 finished objects. Well, also cross stitch, like I said, again, got really bit hard by the bug. I've been collecting up stashes of a little bit of the floss, but mostly of patterns and fabric to work the patterns on. So this is what I finished in early May. This is a dimensions kit, and it's one of those learn to craft ones, and I'd been working on it for a very long time. But I finished it, and I'm very happy with it. Now, I'm going to do what some cross stitchers don't even do. There's this thing called floss tube. I highly recommend it. Watch out, you'll want to go and buy all the patterns and floss and stuff after it, but floss tube. I know that Kenneth Turboville and Sadie also do floss tube, and they got me into it. I bit the bug. Got bitten by the bug real hard. But you don't often see them show you the back of their pieces with all these floss tubey podcasters. So I'm going to show you my back, because I know it's a hot mess. But there you go, that's what the back looks like. It's gross. See, look how gross it is? Sometimes it looks nice, but other times it looks like a bad mess. And that's because I'm a beginner. I mean, this was my first cross stitch, just doing with more than one colors. My first one was a bookmark from Subversive cross stitch, which is awesome. She got me into it too because of the cussy. And my first project I started before my mama died, which is almost 2 years now. I started it thinking of her because she was always reading, and it said "fuck off, I'm reading." A cute little lacy edged bookmark that said "fuck off, I'm reading." So now that is mine. I finished it sadly after her passing, but yeah, I think of her whenever I use it. Even though it's not the language she would use. She wasn't much of a swearer. I'm drinking Diet Coke right now. That's all. It's a leftover from dinner we had, Burger King. Ugh. Which is fine. Gotta have fun every once in a while with what you eat, you know? No matter what your dietary needs are, you gotta have a little fun sometimes. That's what I think. And anyway, so that's the finished objects for today. Yeah, she's recording. I'm always wondering, is it going to be another silent episode? So anyway, what else am I doing? Well, remember that hand spun that I barely showed you? It's not only finished, but I loved it so much that I decided to turn it into something right away. Now, if you know me, I'm reluctant to use my hand spin because, you know, it's one of a kind. Never gonna get it back. But I loved how this came out so much. I mean, look at those colors. I loved it. I was just so happy with it that I decided to turn it into something right away. This is the Age of Brass and Steam. This is how it looks. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. I'm just so happy with how this came out. The yarn came out and how the colors are changing. It's just so cool. And let me just give you who the Orange Flower Yarn is. The name of her studio. That's who designed it. It's just a real simple shawl. Didn't matter what your gauge is. I'm using size 8 needle. Wow, I almost cut my yarn with the zipper. Yay. And yes, I am dreaming of, let me see, I'm looking at my notes and looking at the screen. So anyway, this is my Rainstorm Studios snowman, because, yeah, I'm thinking of fall, thinking of winter. That's what I'm doing. So that's one of my whips, and I started another prayer shawl. I don't know how successful this is, or how successful, that's the wrong pattern, it's going to be. So let me see. Oh boy. Yeah, this is, I don't know if, yeah. I totally didn't even put this in my queue, and I've started it. Ah! You ever do that? Put something in your queue and you're like, what? What do you mean I have to take it off my queue? Holy crap. I suck. I'm sorry. Hang on. We're gonna interrupt this program to look for the fucking thing that I crap. I'm so sorry. Free. Okay. RN and crochet. Hopefully it'll come up. It's a beautiful pattern, and I want to give the person some damn credit. You know what I mean? Yes, you know what I mean. But anyway, let me just talk to you about the sheep and wool. Sheep and wool was so much fun, you guys. I went on a bus. The ride there was perfectly alright, you know, long, but I took my simple Skype sock and made absolutely no determinable, you know, I could not make any good progress on it, because I was busy talking and busy you know, snacking on whatever I brought with me. The runner of the tour bus was very sweet and funny. Is that it? No, of course not. And when we got there, it was around 10:45, 11. We left at the ungodly fucking hour of, oh god, I don't even want to think about it. I had to get up at 5, people. I only do that for horse shows, horses, or fiber festivals, okay? I do not like to get up at early hours. No. It is not in me. I'm not the kind of person to do that unless I really want to do it. So, is that it? No, of course not. We're just going to be looking until the end of the damn podcast. Yay! I'm sorry. Am I breaking down? No, I'm not. I'm fine. Cozy comfort. No, that's not it. Anyway, let me show it to you before I make you think I'm crazy. Oh wait, that ship has sailed, I'm sure of it. But anyway, here it is. I'm going to just keep lathering and talking. This is with Lion Brand Tweed Stripes yarn. And to give you, it's going to be another big shawl, but hopefully it will not be heavy. I don't want to be making all these. Will you fucking focus, you goddamn camera? Focus. Pain in my ass. Anyway, that's what it's gonna do. That's what it's gonna be. Oh, now you focus. My sweaty old head. It's gonna focus. Ah! I wish I could find this thing for you. So, wait. No, that's not it. That looks like butterflies. That's not it. But anyway, so back to the festival. I went in there and I knew there would be lines for food. So what I did was I immediately went and ate a lamb gyro from one of the first vendors that I saw that sold food. That was my thing. Hit the food. You're gonna snack all day if you can't. You can help it. Anyway, might as well get some protein in you so you don't feel like you're starving yourself, right? So, ooh. Found it! Haha! It's the prayer shawl. That's the simple name of the pattern. It's by Elaine Phillips. And it's not very popular. It's got 11 projects. Oh, it is in my projects? What the hell? Oh, it's untitled. See, I didn't add the date that I started it, and I didn't name it, so that's why. I'm just gonna call it multicolored prayer shawl. Made for church. Don't you love watching me doing my day-to-day bullshit? I bet you're like, oh my god, why did I still turn into this child? She's crazy. So I do not know what I think I started it back in May or something. Jesus. May. I don't know the exact day because I'm a schmuck. Okay, there we go. Boy. So anyway, I have 6 skeins of this rather pretty color of twisted tweed stripes. I need to see my face in here. I'm wondering if I'm looking like, you know. So anyway, I'm making it with this. I have 6 skeins, and so far, oh, this looks like a hot mess. This is how much I've used for just a few rows of the pattern. So we may be ditching this and crocheting a different pattern, because I'm not getting a lot here, and it's super duper wide. I mean, yeah, I'll probably frog that. Never mind. So, that's my 2 whips. That's the 2 main things. Of course, there's stuff that's in the back of my mind that I'm working on, like the Skype socks, or maybe I'll take out the calligraphy cardigan to work on that. I mean, I finally finished the armhole area and recast on for the body of the garment, but with so many wonderful things to do with yarn, fiber, and so on and so forth, can you blame me for letting some slip to the wayside? I'll never be a monogamous knitter. I tried to be monogamous with the square, and it was driving me bonkers. So anyway, no spinning has been done, not because I don't want to, but because I don't want to do it in the heat. Seriously, it is so muggy right now, it's not even funny, it's disgusting. The rain was pounded on our car as we ran our errands for today, and it was just, ugh. You know that feeling, right? I cannot be the only person that dislikes the rain. I know it's probably helping with my garden aspirations. I've started the garden. I've planted pumpkins, cucumber, cantaloupe, which was not my choice but Dad's. Let's see if it lives. Eggplants, beans, because I love beans. The musical fruit. And lettuce, which is looking very nice. And carrots, strawberries. So, and I'm going to be doing some plants around a flower garden that I kind of call Mom's Memorial Garden. It's got a little concrete lighthouse and a large bush that I'm trying to keep alive. My ex-boss gave it to me because I told him I was making a garden for her, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, onward and upward with my stories. Onto stuff and junk, because that's what we like to talk about, stuff and junk. Anyway, cross stitch. Let's do the cross stitch. Yes, I am really heavily into it. Let me show you what I've been working on. This is cute little kit. It's cute, but seriously, I bought it from Hobby Lobby for cheap. And truth be told, if you ever see an artiste kit at Hobby Lobby, save yourself the drama and trauma of working with it. The threads are cut super short. The thread tangles really easily. It is just horrifying to try and work with this fucking thing. It's just not a good product. It's so cute though. Can you blame me for wanting that? So anyway, this time I'm working without doing grids like I did. Oh, and let me show off that too. See? Isn't that cute? The quality is horrifying, but the product is cute. So yes, I'm working on that. I'm almost done with the pumpkin, and I'm getting a little bit better with the back of my work not looking like ass. Still got some interesting things going on there, but I wanted to show you my stitch marker. Not stitch marker, needle keeper, needle nanny. I'm not a psychopath. I'm a high-functioning sociopath. Do your research. It's from Sherlock. And I want to tell you about the shop where I got it from. I got it from Beverly, who is also a knitter and crocheter, but she's also gone into the cross-stitch world. And let me go Facebook, blah blah. I've been on Facebook all the time, so if you want to keep up with me, Crafter's Palette, there she is. Okay, here she is. Her Etsy store is open now. Crafter's Waypoint is on Etsy, and she has the cutest needle minders and thread tamers and collectible tin things. Oh, she has these little kitten things, and they're just so cute. I'm tempted. But anyway, there's a lot of Sherlock Holmes, Audrey Hepburn, flag needle minders, some really nifty neato stuff for your stitching hobbies. Mostly needle minders right now, but I know she spins very nicely, so she might be putting up other things for your shopping fun. So Crafter's Waypoint, worthwhile if you want to see what she's. I love that happy cat. That is so cute. Anyway, so there. Oh, horror films. Oh, what have I been watching? Well, excuse that. What have I been watching while I've been cross-stitching and all that other shit? Well, I've been watching FlossTube. Like I said, Blue Ruin, also named as Sadie, has a FlossTube, and so has Kenneth, and he has a FlossTube also. He is also the Turbo Knitter podcast, so they both have dual podcasts about their things, so that is pretty damn cool. And don't be surprised if I eventually fall into having two podcasts. Let's make sure that I can do one every week in June 1st, okay? Okay. Anyway, yes, speaking of cross stitch, I showed you my work in progress. Now, one thing I do plan on doing is another subversive cross stitch. I told you I love this lady's stuff, and I bought this kit thinking of giving it to my nutty cousin, Bridget. And I'm gonna give this to her. I'm gonna stitch it up and give it to her. What do you think, huh? So, yeah, that's gonna be framed and given to her for Christmas, I think. Oh, and if you are the praying and mojo type, she's going through a rough time seeing one of her good friends get extremely sick. We're talking might not reach the other side of recovery of cancer again. So if you could think of Bridget and her friend, I'd appreciate it. I'm already praying for her, so she could use some mojo right now. So send some mojo and prayers out to Bridget and her friend. I don't know the friend's name offhand, but yeah, she's been very upset watching this poor lady go through this trial in her life, and it's not cool. You know, fuck cancer, right? Anyway, oh, and a ex-coworker of mine also succumbed to cancer. He was a sweet man, and about 2 weeks after he found out that he had cancer, he's passed away, and that was really sad, because Wayne was a cool man. Nice guy to work with. So what the fuck is going on? Who knows? Let's get on to happier things. I've been watching a lot of horror, of course. Most of it's on Chiller, which I don't know how we managed to get that in our package, but we've been watching a lot of Chiller theater lately. So much so that I know their commercial. You know, how they advertise their shows and shit. Anyway, I've watched Howl, which is when a train conductor gets caught up in the mess of a werewolf attack when his train breaks down. And that was just so bizarre. I didn't like it that much, so maybe 2 skeins out of 5. And I also watched another bizarre movie, but you know why I watched it? It's called Afterlife. Yeah, I totally watched it because it starred Liam Neeson. I think Liam Neeson is a hottie. I'm sure some of you agree with me. So I watched this, and Winona Ryder was a ghost or a person. Who knows? They never tell you whether she was dead or just being drugged into submission by this crazy ass funeral home director. So we don't know. But anyway, Afterlife is another one I watched. And I finally watched the entirety of At World's End, which is a story about 4 or 5 friends that get together for a pub crawl that they didn't finish after high school, so now they're giving it a shot, but they realize that their town is beset by robots, and they fight the robots. So that is another guy that I like. His name is Simon Pegg, I think. I could be getting that wrong, and I refuse to go online to figure it out for you, because I'm sure you're tired of watching me scroll through things online today. But anyway, yes, that was also an awesome show, but the ending was a bit stupid. I didn't like the ending. I thought it was lame and a cop-out, so there, for that. And what else did I see? My next movie is going to be Mordecai. It's over there, waiting for me to put it in the DVD player, either on the computer or in there, and that's what I plan on watching next. Other than that, a lot of floss tube. I'm almost caught up on my podcasts. I'm slowly doing my job search thing. I've got my cover letter done. I'm waiting on one of my ex-coworkers to finish my resume for me, he promised. And then we're gonna go through the whole helping me with the rest of my job search, including interviewing and stuff, I think. And back to the Maryland Sheep and Wool. Now, I wasn't there to do a ton of shopping, but I wanted to see everything. And that is one of the reasons why I did not remember to go to the damn podcaster meetup, where I could have met a bunch of podcasters that I admire and stuff like that, which is a bit of a bummer, but life happens. I had a limited amount of time to go there, but I did, and I enjoyed it. And I did do some shopping. I bought some blue yarn, thread stuff for weaving, along with some white fine stuff for weaving, but that's not very exciting. But I did buy one skein of yarn, and it's Lisa Frank Zebra by Knitty and Color, who is run by Sarah Chambliss. So this is way brighter than the skein of yarn that I got. See the difference? I mean, this is way more out there, I think. So definitely gonna use that for my t-shirt. For my t-shirt matching. Like, I mean, come on. Yeah, so I'm gonna wear that with my t-shirt. It's probably gonna be the Gowanus shawl that I'm gonna make with it. So, yeah, I do love shawls. I'm not wearing a damn shawl today, though. I'm surprised I managed to put foundation on. Oh. I really do feel like I'm melting in this fucking humidity. It's so bad. But enough complaining, sorry. Anyway, so yes, Knitty and Color. Yummy yarn. So that's fingering weight too, and all that. So, whew. I've probably been talking for a long time, haven't I? I'm sorry, kids. Oof, 30 minutes. Holy shit. How can you stand me? Then again, it's been a while. So, I think I'll end this podcast on that positive note of yummy yarn that I purchased and the fun cross stitch that I'm looking forward to working on. So, yeah, I'll probably be ripping out that shawl. I'm not liking how it's too wide. It's too wide to be a prayer shawl. I mean, come on. Isn't it? I'm gonna have to look. I don't know if I want to rip that out or keep going with it or whatever. Definitely gonna use the tweed stripes for my next prayer shawl. I might be weaving one, so I'll take a picture of that. I might have to give it in before my next podcast. Maybe? Anyway. Sorry, I'm a little bit fractured. Shit happened last month, and I'm still kind of going, okay, is it over? Please? I'm not usually a drama llama, but holy crap. Let's forget may happen, shall we? Anyway. Oh, and one more good thing about my trip to Maryland, and that was because I got to meet my buddy Lex and her lovely mother. Hi, I hope you still watch. I think you do. And another sweet lady who I saw during the time I was talking to her, and she was really cool and said hi and gave me a hug, and I didn't catch her name, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna be good and try to podcast again Sunday or Monday probably, and that's all for now, folks. And don't forget, whenever you're doing crafts, from the most simple to the most sublime, you are making the world a more better, beautiful place, and for that I thank you. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.